Multiplying with equal groups. Your learning target today is I can use models to explore the meaning of multiplication, and you'll know you're successful when you can make equal groups to help you multiply. So some words we are going to have to know today is equal groups. And equal groups, that just means having the same number of objects in each group. And you're going to learn how to do that today with multiplication with this strategy. And also just objects could be anything like dots, X's, stars, squares, any little object that I can put in each of my groups, and that will represent my number or my answer. We are starting our equal groups today with multiplication. And when I see a multiplication problem, it's usually written out like this, like 3 times 4 is an example. So when I look at a multiplication problem like this first number right here in our multiplication problem, it tells me how many groups I should have when I'm using this strategy of equal groups. So I should have 3 groups with the number 4 in each group. Okay, so that's a great way to figure out this problem, 3 times 4, by making 3 groups. And when I do 3 groups, I can just do 3 circles, okay? And then when I do 4 in each group, I could do 4 objects. So I could make it 4 stars, okay? And I need to make sure that all of my groups have 4 stars in them, okay? Because they need to be equal. So there's 4 stars in one group, 4 stars in the second group, and then 4 stars in the third group. So that is my problem, right? I have 3 groups and I have 4 stars in this case in each group. And now what do I need to do? I just need to count up all of my stars. So let's count group 1 first. I have how many stars? Well, I had 4 stars, right? So we have 4. And then in this second group, I have 4 more. 4 plus 4 is 8, right? And then in this group, I have 4 more, and 4 plus 8 is 12. So guess what? Our product, or our answer to a multiplication problem, is 12. Okay? 3 times 4 is 12. Let's try another one. So this time I have this multiplication problem, 5 times 6. Remember, this 5 is going to tell me how many groups I'm going to have. 5 groups. And then the 6 is 6 in each group. Now last time I used stars, remember? This time I'm just going to use dots because it really does not matter what object I put in my groups, but I'm going to make this a dot so that's nice and fast. So 5 groups. Remember, with my groups, I'm just going to do circles, but you could do really any shape. Like you could do boxes, or you could do really anything, but I'm going to do circles. So I have 5 groups, okay? And remember, with this 6, I need to remember that my groups are going to have 6 in each group. Each is that key word, okay? And again, I'm just going to do dots. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So each group has 6 dots in them. So now it's time to count. So let's start counting by 6s to see what my total is. So of course in this first group I have 6, right? And then I have 6 plus 6. What would be 6 plus 6? Oh, that's a doubles fact, and that's 12. That's right. Okay. Ooh, what about 12 plus 6? 12 plus 6 would be 18, right? Because 6 plus 2 is 8, so 6 plus 12 is 18. Okay, and then I got to add 6 more. 18 plus 6. Well, 18 plus 2 would be 20, and then 20 plus 4 more would be 24. And then 24 plus 6. Ooh, 4 and 6 make a 10, so that's 30. So for 5 times 6, I should get 30. Let's try one more together because this is the equal groups strategy, and I want you to try this one all out on your own. So this is the last problem for today, and I want you to try this problem out on your own. So whether you're at home or at school, I want you to pause the video, and I want you to try this problem on your own. Remember what 8 times 3 means. How many groups am I going to have? And then how many in each group am I going to have? Okay, I want you to pause it and try it. Okay, let's try out this problem. I hope that this matches what you did. Remember the 8? That was my clue of how many groups I'm going to have. So I'm going to have 8 groups this time. And then I'm going to have 3 in each group. So for your object for each group, for your 3, what did you use? Did you use stars? Did you use dots? Did you use X's? What did you use? I am going to use X's this time because I didn't use that yet. And it does not matter what I use. I typically use dots, but I want you to just see that I could use anything. So how many groups am I going to make? I'm going to make 8. So I'm going to try to make them nice and big so that I have enough to put my dots in each group. Okay. And I know that if I have 4 groups on top and 4 on the bottom, that is 8, right? 8 groups. Okay, that's done. Now I have to put 3 in each group. And I'm going to use X's this time, remember? So I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? Because that 3 doesn't mean 3 in just one group or in just a couple of groups. It means in each group. Every single group has to have the same amount. That's what equal groups means. Remember, the same amount has to be in each group, and that way they're equal. So now I get to count by 3s to find out my answer. And when I count by 3s, if I start with the first group, I know that I have 3 in the first group. And then I have to do 3 plus 3. What would that be? 3 plus 3 is 6. All right. And then I have 6 plus 3. What would 6 plus 3 be? 9. And then 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 plus 3, 18. 8 plus 3, 21, and 21 plus 3, 24. So your product or your answer should have been 24. So remember, your learning target today is I can use models to explore the meaning of multiplication, and you'll know you're successful when you can make equal groups to help multiply.